Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network. Over 100,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
There, everybody, and welcome to another sports
podcast.
This is Joel Anderson.
This is Jordan Pomaville.
That is Phil Ranta, the sports outsider.
This is Phil Ranta. I get to be in this.
No.
I don't know anything about sports.
You're the
That
other.
was a stupid thing to say, Phil.
This is my penis. Suck on it.
Oh, for the listeners at home, Phil is waving his penis in my face.
Yep. Right in the wind, like one of those black flags outside a used car shop.
See, I thought you read those LinkedIn articles that Phil sent you about not waving your. Oh no, it was you that was waving your penis. Oh, God.
Yeah, it was.
So
yeah.
I butchered the hell out of
No,
that.
that's
I'm sorry.
fine.
I'm the one who sends those around. I think a lot of people don't realize professional office environment. Don't wave your penis in someone's face.
Don't call your interviewer a dickbag.
Yeah, unless you work at Penis Waivers Emporium. In which case, do it often.
Yeah.
And with gusto.
But that's a very specific situation.
That's
Phil.
true. Very specific situation.
The person you would be waving it at, gender, doesn't actually matter.
Yeah.
Men and women usually equally offended by a penis waved in their face.
Usually true.
And transgendered people also in an office environment usually very offended by a penis
depends if
waved
they're
in
one
their
of the
face.
sensitive ones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
You know how those transgendered
You know what I'm
types are.
talking about.
Observational comedy. Hey, Phil, you see any games this week?
No.
You still playing YouTube?
Yeah, I am. What, you haven't been watching?
Yeah.
I just finished week 6 with the 1991 Detroit Lions in Tecmo Superbowl for the NES. I won't tell you, I won't ruin it for you in case you want to go back and watch how I'm doing thus far this season. But I got week 7 this week. It was a doozle.
Doozle.
Yep.
That sounds great, Phil.
Have you lost yet, Phil?
I bet all of us will enjoy that.
Have you been enjoying it thus far, Jordan?
The most.
What's your favorite part of what's happened thus far?
Ooh, the halftime show.
All right. Did you see how many good luck what is my good luck halftime?
So
You've
there's
seen it?
cheerleaders. It's
Yeah, there we go.
cheerleaders.
You
I've
knew.
seen it.
You knew. You've been
know.
watching.
Yes, he
I've
knew that
been watching.
because he's been watching.
Yep, that's true.
I love YouTube. I'm there all day.
Yeah.
Do you know Smosh?
Yeah, Smosh is the #1 YouTube channel by subscribers.
Wait, are you suggesting they have more subscribers than our YouTube channel?
Yes, our YouTube channel has 75 subscribers.
And they have more than that?
Yeah, they got 11 million subscribers.
That's a lot more than we have.
Yep, they're beating us. So let's all go out there and subscribe. YouTube.com/comedypodnet.
Now it's time to talk some Smosh mouth football.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Oh, gosh.
He was looking. I'm not gonna
It
keep
takes
going.
a certain special kind of band to cover the monkeys.
Yeah, Smosh Mouth. It's true.
All right.
Mark Sanchez, update, watch, update.
Mark Sanchez, update, watch, update. Brought to you by...
Doritos. Yo quiero Doritos. Ay, 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 ay.
Why are Doritos a Mexican
That
thing?
seems like it would be on the What's More Racist segment.
That seems like it should be, right?
Doritos is actually Mexican for, or Spanish for, little bags of gold.
Oh, I did not
Like a
know
treat.
that.
That's not
like a little
racist.
treat.
It was just somebody being excited
I think
about
I think it
Doritos.
was the I. That was racist.
Why? Me as a white person might cheer. I go, yay!
So if we
Does
were
that mean
like
it's racist if a Mexican
green
person
bean
goes,
casserole.
I'm
Yay!
a white person. Yay!
I mean, I guess on some level that would be racist, but it's okay to be racist against white people because we have all the money and power.
Yeah, and they're not the funniest type of improvisers.
Jets fans exercise their right to boo everything. Coach Rex Ryan says to Jets fans, please don't boo everything.
Makes sense.
We've decided that Tim Tebow has been tied to the whipping post for too long, and it's time to harass another Jets quarterback. Mark Sanchez.
Hey.
He was once a promising up-and-comer with 4 playoff wins in his first 2 seasons, but he's had a league-high 52 turnovers the past 2 seasons, including the infamous butt fumble.
Butt fumble.
I would like to notice, in researching this piece, I would like to note that the ESPN article capitalized butt fumble. It has
Become proper noun.
well, it has been a staple in their not the top 10.
Yeah.
It wins every week when they do that. Still not the top 10.
Yeah.
So they're clearly branding butt fumble.
That's good. It feels like an insult before you're quite smart enough to know how to do real insults. Like, Jeremy, you're being a total butt fumble.
It sounds like a great insult anytime.
It sounds like, oh, well, God, it was just really embarrassing, but I had to go home from work early on Thursday. I had a butt fumble.
Joel, for saying that comment, you are a butt fumble.
So I'm with this chick, right? And we're like going back to her place, and then like get her pants off, and all of a sudden it's like butt fumble.
Whoa!
All right. He's got competition for the quarterback spot from Geno Smith.
West Virginia?
Yeah, West Virginia. So they're in an open competition for the quarterback spot. Of course, Jets fans don't have great memories of Mark Sanchez in his last home game of the previous season. He threw 3 interceptions against the Arizona Cardinals. He was booed loudly and benched, basically cutting short the cathartic act of booing for the Jets fans.
No.
So, 6,000 fans showed up at a scrimmage in upstate New York.
What?
Ready for a to be continued. And they were itching just for a reason. And their boos are all bottled up in their lungs. They're trying to press them down. They're waiting patiently for Mark Sanchez to throw an interception. Sanchez did not disappoint. And fans booed loudly after he threw the ball into the hands of a defender.
They booed at a practice
This
in
was
upstate
a
New York?
preseason practice. You don't
Wow.
boo at practice.
I think that's amazing. I would boo. That would be fun.
You shouldn't boo at preseason practice. You don't do that. But also, you don't butt fumble.
Yeah, it's true.
Biggest dick fans in all of sports gotta be the Jets, right?
Yeah, they're all a bunch of butt fumbles.
They show up to boo at the draft, which
Right.
is one of those things where it's like, really, guys?
It's
Like,
weird that that's their tradition, is they go to the Radio City Music Hall in New York, and they always boo their pick no matter what.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Instead of most teams cheer because they're excited they're welcoming a new player.
Yeah.
To the team, and you paid all this money to go to New York or to buy the tickets to the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These fans just boo.
Also, you have no idea how good this player is going to be. Might as well cheer to start him off right. There will be plenty of time to boo if they suck.
Right?
Afterwards, a teammate, Antonio Cromartie, called it bullcrap that Sanchez was booed and that this was just a practice scrimmage. Head coach, foot fetishist, and guy with the dog's name, Rex Ryan, had this to say: "We don't want our guys getting booed, especially from our fans, because we all wear green and white, including the fans." He wasn't asked about the butt fumble, but he did say, "We can't worry about what happened in the past. It's a brand new year. There should be some excitement based on that, not looking at the negatives like butt fumbles. I think we should be focusing on what's in front of us, not your butt."
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Positive.
penis fumbles. No.
Of course, we'd like
Penis
to.
fumbles are nothing to joke about.
No,
She's always so disappointed when you penis fumble.
Like,
Ooh.
did you just penis fumble?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to bed.
yeah, exactly. Really? Yeah.
Of course, we'd like to have the backing from 100% of our fans, but our fans can do what they want. They earned that right. They purchased a ticket, and they can do whatever they choose. The practice was free. There were no tickets involved.
Yes.
These people were just assholes.
Yeah, butt fumbles.
So
Mark
let me get this
Sanchez.
straight.
Oh, sorry.
Mark Sanchez probably thought, I'm going to be up near Albany. At least I'll have a respite from the asshole New York fans. And they traveled.
Oh,
Yeah.
do they travel?
Road tripped just to boo him at a practice.
They came from
And to buy some
Schenectady.
pizza and fold it.
They came
Practice?
from New York.
We're talking
York.
about practice? Oh.
Mark Sanchez, update, watch update.
Mark Sanchez, update, watch update. Brought to you by...
Doritos, ¿dónde está la biblioteca?
Where's the library?
What?
Is that what?
I don't know. I don't speak or understand Spanish.
What's on the show today?
All right, so we've got a really exciting interview. Dustin Breitberg you might know as the producer of the Super Bowl Shuffle, is here.
Whoa!
Yeah, he's here to announce his next exciting project.
Oh, wow.
Well,
that
it's
sounds
a
like
little
fun.
bit after the fact if it's his next exciting. That was in
It's been
1986.
a long time coming.
1985.
old
or it would have been
Dusties.
86, right?
Yeah, I believe
Early 86.
Yeah, I'm excited because that is one of my favorite YouTube videos, the Super Bowl Shuffle.
All right. We also have, and this is also very exciting. I have some friends down at Sony Pictures. They work on the lot, and they have gotten to me sneak footage from the sequel to Field of Dreams that they're currently working
See,
on.
I love Field of Dreams, the
wonderful.
original. I don't know if I want.
They've
a
already come up with it. I guess it's a new farmer is living in Iowa, and he builds himself a new field, and different players are coming out of the
sequel.
cornfield.
It's the same premise. Same premise.
Pretty much the
there-
same
There's
premise.
a theme of this episode of things that were long since forgotten that
Yeah.
are coming back.
Right.
Anyway, so-
like Phil, do we have another weird sport?
You're goddamn right we do.
Oh, sorry, Joey, I cut you off. What was?
No, that's
was
I was just gonna say that you're not gonna be able to see it at home, but we're gonna play the audio. For
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Okay.
And we have a word.
Oh, and a news. Let's do
Yeah.
that.
News on the Sports podcast with Jordan, Joel, and Phil.
News. 13 players with ties to Biogenesis suspended by MLB.
Uh-oh.
Subheadline: Alex Rodriguez is the only player to appeal his suspension because, of course.
Yeah. What a dick.
Total dick.
Everyone else accepted him.
12 other players, they showed him the evidence, and they all said, "Yep, you got me." A-Rod looked at the evidence and said, "Nope, I'm rich."
There we go.
And somewhere out there is a fantasy baseball team having a great season that has just lost Ryan Braun, Johnny Peralta, Everett Rivera, and Nelson Cruz, and that guy is totally bummed.
Yeah.
Are all these people stars? Are they like the big players?
The four I listed are reasonable stars.
Ryan Braun is a former MVP.
Nelson Cruz and Ryan Braun are the two biggest that have been
Yeah.
suspended. And I would say secondary, Johnny Peralta, Everett Rivera.
Yeah, Johnny Peralta at times is approaching a star player, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Everett Cabrera, I mean, a star fantasy player, that's for sure.
Yeah, and he's young.
Yeah,
That's the thing. He steals bases.
Oh, he shouldn't have gotten into the bad stuff young. Fell
yeah.
with the wrong crowd.
and then
The
there's
street
eight other
toughs
guys.
with
Eight other
their
guys that
hair
nobody cares about.
gel and snapping their fingers, wearing black leather jackets, going, "Hey, how about you get some Biogenesis over here?"
Well, no, it was in Miami, so they were all, they had the Santa Anas.
Oh yeah, the Santa Anas.
MLB handled this whole thing in a timely manner as the suspensions are out just in time for the waiver wire trade deadline of August 31st.
Yeah.
They didn't do them before the actual trade line. I was being sarcastic.
Oh, mean.
Now, those are the high-profile players we talked about, but then there's also Philadelphia Phillies reliever Antonio Bastardo.
Great
Phil, that's his
name.
name. What do you got?
He's a bastard, bastardo, and it sounds like retard. He's like a bastard retard.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
that was right off the top of the dome right there. I really think I'm gonna go into rap battling.
Yeah, you should. That was
Yeah.
pretty good. You rhymed retard with bastard.
Yeah. Hey, bastardo, you sure are a bastard retard. It's my
Boy,
rhyme.
he'd be devastated. He'd have no comeback for that one.
Oh! Dan Meyer, another former's sorry. I'm going to try that again. Dan Meyer, a former Phillies pitcher who Bastardo beat out for a spot in the Phillies bullpen, took to Twitter to air his grievances.
Uh-oh.
So in 2011, these guys are battling in spring training for a position. This guy loses, doesn't make the team. He goes, "Hey, Antonio Bastardo, remember when we competed for a job in 2011? Thanks a lot. Hashtag a-hole."
Nice. I love it when they hashtag the insult. Oh, that's my favorite.
I mean, how do you argue with that?
The guy was trying to do it the right way, doesn't
Yeah.
get a job
Yeah.
because of it.
And how do you argue in 140 characters? You'd be like, well, what you're failing to think about it. Oh, I'm out of characters.
Hashtag long introduction.
Yeah.
Just watch next week. Dan Myers, the next victim of the Biogenesis scandal.
His Twitter bio reads, "Ex-MLB pitcher and oldest college senior in all the land, and now I have no idea what I'm going to do."
Oh.
Sad trombone to end that piece of news.
Talking of sad trombones, though, I was looking. They listed all the people who had been suspended, and they listed their teams next to him. And Jordan Norberto, or is it Giordano Norberto, listed as free agent.
I saw that, yeah.
And I was just sort of like, okay, so he's been suspended for 50 games from nobody.
Oh.
He's not currently a major league player. Juiced could not make a roster. Not even on a minor league roster.
Ugh.
That's got to be disappointing, right?
Yikes.
You know what's not disappointing?
What?
Vince Young is back, baby.
Woo!
Yeah, guess who's back? Back again. Vince Young. I'm a rapper today.
Yep, you are.
Vince
Vince
Young.
Young.
I believe it's called a rapist.
Ah.
Nope. Nope.
I believe you're thinking of the
not?
word
No?
rapist, which is also
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Vince Young, who has the unique ability to steer any conversation he's having to the 2006 Super Bowl. Rose Bowl. Ah,
Yeah.
fuck. I messed up that joke. I'm so pissed.
It was a good joke.
Ah.
I didn't get it.
Vince Young, who has a
Best
unique
college
ability
game I've ever seen.
It was the
Easily.
best college game I've ever seen. Ability to steer any conversation he's having to the 2006 Rose Bowl. Has signed with the Green Bay Packers.
The Packers?
Yeah, he's the 3rd overall pick in the 2006 draft and hasn't been in a game since the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills cut him before last season. He completed less than 50% of his passes and had 2 interceptions to no touchdowns in 3 preseason games.
Whoa.
With the Buffalo Bills,
Well, Ryan Fitzpatrick was ahead of him. How are you ever going to crack
And in
that depth
Tecmo
chart?
Super Bowl, the Bills are pretty good.
Yes, in 1991, the Bills were exceptionally good.
true.
That's my frame of reference.
Yeah.
he'll be competing to be Aaron Rodgers' backup and for a possible co-starring role in State Farm commercials.
Hey. Yeah, I was about to say, is he going to be like the 4th-string quarterback? The
He's
3rd
competing
string?
to be backup.
Competing to be 2nd-string quarterback.
The competition is not great. You got Graham Harrell, who has 2 completions
Yeah,
for
he's-
20
he's-
yards
he's bad.
in the NFL.
Yeah.
And B.J. Coleman, who struggled so much in the Packers scrimmage. He struggled so much.
How much did he struggle?
He struggled so much the front office signed Vince Young. Seriously, after the scrimmage is when they reached out to Vince Young's people.
Oh, man. Well, you know, Vince Young was not a bad NFL quarterback for like the first year and a half he was in the league.
He won Offensive Player of the Year his first season.
Yeah. So
Or
you
maybe it would have
know,
been
maybe-
Offensive Rookie of the Year, actually,
Yeah.
now that I think about it.
And then he got Vince old.
USA swim team DQ'd from individual relay race at World Championships.
What?
Dairy Queen.
Yeah, they
How
do
do you get-
swim other
they're-
times of
They're
year.
just going to win. They always win.
Not when you're DQ'd.
Yeah, so why
Dairy
get DQ'd?
Queen.
Thanks, Phil. Cool treats and hot eats.
Yeah, the grill and chill.
Hey, this is guys, you want to talk national pride? We swim better than anybody else by a long shot. This is a big deal here.
I thought Australia, what? They had the
Australia
the
exceptionally
torpedo.
good. They did, but they're a
That's
distant
right, he was
second
the
to the United States.
torpedo.
Yeah.
I like that guy. It
You
was
talk
funny.
per capita swimming talent, then obviously it's Australia because they have almost no people there and an astonishing swim team. But
Sure.
we dominate swimming.
The team won the race easily, but were disqualified because Kevin Cords left his block 100th of a second too early.
Oh,
Sensors on the block monitor the switch between legs of the relay. They allow for a swimmer to leave as early as 3/100ths of a second, but Cords jumped at 4/100ths of a second. Of course, they win, and Ryan Lochte just starts celebrating, probably making a jerk-off motion with his hand and saying, "What's up," like in the Budweiser commercials. Yeah, but then the disqualification was announced, giving Team France the victory.
what?
Which
What?
which I assume is the nemesis of Team USA.
It's got
And
to
how are the French good at swimming?
They were-
Nage à la piscine.
be. They have swim caps that are like berets. They just pull it down over and still got the little thing pointing out.
It's
the
been
top.
pointed out to them that it's not aerodynamic, but it's a pride thing. They're
Yeah.
not changing for you. They're not changing for anyone.
They're also not shaving their pencil mustaches.
All right, and they pick up a baguette on one side and swim back and hand it on the other side.
There's no point in doing that.
No
it doesn't
point.
help at all.
Like, I just need to deliver this baguette.
And
they will agree.
for context, 1/100th of a second is about how often Ryan Lochte must actively think about breathing or he will die. However, he has to be careful with this when he's underwater. Again, death a real possibility here.
Makes sense.
100th of a second is also how long Ryan Lochte will hang around a girl after sex before she's thinking, oh God, fuck, I forgot. Before he thinks she's too clingy. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
That was a good one.
I'm sorry. Phil, drive me home.
Yep.
And 100th of a second is the speed at which the average mind can make simple decisions nearly 10,000% faster than Ryan Lochte.
Nice.
If you bet
You hear that? There's the voice again.
What voice, Daddy?
The voice that told me to build this field. If I build a baseball field, the baseball players who have been suspended can come here to play. Anyone who had the joy of this game ripped away from them by the commissioner's office has a refuge here in my cornfield in Iowa. That's why I'm not selling this place. That's why I'll never sell this place.
Oh, look, Daddy! There's a man out there!
It is! Here he comes! Is it Shoeless Joe Jackson?
Hey, listen, I'm gonna need a bigger hotel room.
Oh, shit.
Daddy, who is it?
Do you have a mirror or something? I think some of your stupid corn got in my hair. I could use a comb. Or if you have a stack of hundreds, I could use that as a comb. I guess you could make it 20s if you don't have hundreds.
It's A-Rod. God damn it.
This is probably a good time to discuss my appearance fee. I was going to knock off 5% because I kind of need this, but I'm going to make it 10% because as far as I can tell, this state's a total sausage fest. Where's the behind the dugout honeys? You built it, now I want to
No. Hey, my kid is here.
Daddy, why is he such a
Douche? I don't know, honey. He just is.
Did you build the field to bring him here?
No. I mean, well, kind of. I guess he's among the people I was hoping for, but I really thought it would be someone else.
So I think we should discuss my contract. It's non-negotiable, and I'm owed all that money, and you can't bench me during the playoffs, okay? I'm focused during that time. I was getting tips on my swing from those women in the stands. I don't care what Brian Cashman said.
I don't have the money to pay your salary. I had to mortgage my house to build this field.
Well, get a second mortgage. Where's your house? Oh, actually, that's a pretty shitty house. How many times can you mortgage one house?
Hey, do you mind?
There's a honey. Who's that chick sitting over there by the house?
That's my wife.
She down to party?
No! Listen, can you go back out there and see if anyone else is waiting?
Why? Who do you
Anyone.
want to see? Jeter? I mean, is he here? Jeter's not here, right? I can play short.
No!
Man, why do people love him so much more than me? It doesn't make any sense. I pull way more tail than him. Well, I mean, I pull almost as much
You're
tail
a
as him.
drug cheat, that's why.
Hey, not true. I never use performance-enhancing drugs. Except for a couple times with Madonna, but we promised never to talk about that.
Yes, you did. You even admitted to it.
Oh, that's right. Well, I'm very sorry, and I won't ever do it again. For real, Jeter's not here, right? Because if he's here and you're not being honest, I can't handle dishonesty, bro.
Look, just get out of here.
Fine, your loss. But I'm still going to expect you to pay the remainder of my contract.
Go!
I can't go back into that cornfield. Ty Cobb's out there, and that's not even a pun. He said he'd kick my ass just for existing. He used a bunch of racial slurs that I never heard before.
Go right now.
Daddy, why did that jerk come out of our cornfield?
Because he nearly had a lifetime ban from baseball. Listen, I don't know how this field works exactly, but the next one should be much better.
Hey, where's the nearest Indian casino? And does it have a sports book? I'm not wasting my time with Chief running takes my bucks unless there's a book.
Pete Rose? Seriously, goddammit!
What's an engine?
Never use that word!
Hey, heard you mention your mortgage earlier. Was that in cash? Because I got a real strong feeling the Reds are going to lose today. If you got 10 G's laying around.
Mortgage and cash, go away!
Daddy, who is that guy in the rusted El Camino drinking 40s and doing a lot of bicep curls?
Oh, that's Jose Canseco. He's not even allowed in the field.
Okay, we got a very special guest today. The producer of the legendary 1986 video, the Super Bowl Shuffle, Dustin Brightburn.
Hey, was that 1986 already?
Yeah.
Was that the year it was?
That was the year.
Oh, I could have sworn it was 1985 or maybe 1984.
No, it was probably 1986.
That's right, the Super Bowl Shuffle, the biggest phase there ever was.
Yeah,
Everybody knew the Super Bowl Shuffle. It had the Bears.
Pre-YouTube.
Yeah,
gotta hand you that.
Now it's a big YouTube video as well. A lot of people watch it. They enjoy it. They watch the shuffle. They watch them dance. They have a great time.
It's a real bummer. We had to send Phil out to get burritos, but that's his all-time favorite YouTube video.
This all-time favorite.
All-time
Well,
favorite.
I'm going to have to meet this old man, this Phil.
I mean, I think a lot of people enter into it for kind of the camp factor, you know?
Yeah.
What are you talking about,
Well,
camp factor?
Well, the guys really don't dance very well. They don't really
What do
sing
you mean?
very well.
We spent
they don't have
hours.
a very good stage presence.
No.
The whole song is kind of wonky.
Hey, you watch your mouth, huh?
And a lot of
No, I'm
people
just saying.
Do you know how long it took to teach him how to march in place like that?
How long?
there was
It took like 4 solid days of going left, right, dance, dance, dance.
You think football players? You think they'd be able to follow
You
directions?
think they would? You think they'd have better control over their body and musculoskeletal systems, but no. But now I'm back. I'm finally gonna come out with a sequel to my Super Bowl shuffle. It's gonna be big with the kids. Dance
sorry,
is
wait.
back.
Don't you?
Wait, what?
Don't
You're
you
doing
think it's
a-
a little long to
Yeah.
wait to do a sequel?
Hey, Doctor Who is popular nowadays, huh?
Doctor Who's been around
Yeah, but
forever.
it's
though.
been
Yeah,
around
Doctor
continuously.
Who has been around a long time ago, and now it's back.
this would
It's
be
better
like
than
if
ever.
this would be like if
They
Back
got
to the
dreamy British doctors, and the women look at them and say, "Boy,
Yeah.
I wish I could have sex."
This
with
would
that
be like
doctor."
if Back to the Future 2 was just coming out now.
Oh boy, would people's anticipations be up? Is there a hoverboard? How does that thing fly? I don't even know.
Okay.
Well, look, this time we're gonna incorporate a lot of dances.
Okay.
We're not just going to do one dance like we did in the Super Bowl shuffle, none of them marching in place. But we're gonna do a lot more popular dances that the kids are doing in all the booty shake clubs these days.
All right, so you're doing several new videos.
All right.
Yes, yeah. The first thing that's gonna happen, first of all, we're gonna get a whole bunch of the big. We're gonna get a bunch of the big players. We're gonna get the Joe Montanas and the Jerry Rices.
All right, that's
all
a
the
little
big players
they're
of
not
today.
playing anymore. They're former players.
And the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna do the touchdown twerk.
The
touchdown-
The
twerk?
touchdown twerk. It's like Miley Cyrus, where she pretends she's black and she shakes her butt.
Yeah, I've seen twerking. It's
Yep, it's
Honestly,
they
it's-
put the
it's
butt. They look
disturbing,
like they're
if
having
anything
air
else.
sex. The kids
Yeah.
love to do it. It's a lot of fun. And now, whenever someone scores
kind of a
touchdown,
controversial dance.
they'll say, "Do the touchdown twerk," and then all the fans will shake their asses in the
I
air
don't
and have
think
a whole
anybody
lot of
wants
fun.
to see that. I
It'll
really
be a
don't.
whole lot
I
of
don't know.
fun.
A lot of people like the kind of dancing. A lot of people like to shake it. You know.
I don't
okay.
want to go to work. I'm just here to do the touchdown twerk.
Nobody likes going to work.
Right?
Yeah.
Nobody likes it.
I
Everyone
hate
likes
to be a
dancing.
stickler here. I'd have to point out that is the exact same melody as the Super Bowl shuffle.
It's got minor differences. This one they talk about
does it?
twerking.
I
and-
think it's in a different key. I think I detected that.
Okay, that's kind of a difference.
All right, that'll be the first verse, but there's more dances. There's going to be a whole lot of dances this song. The next dance they're going to do is the Boston Bruins Bernie.
The what?
The Boston Bruins Bernie.
What's the
what-
Boston Bruins?
You know, the kids, they're doing the Bernie these days.
Oh!
Yeah, it's like Weekend at Bernie's. You have you kind of flopping around. You do
I
a
thought
little
it was
bit
called
like,
the Dougie.
the Dougie's a different dance. This one's the
Come on,
Bernie.
try to keep up, Joel.
Keep
How
up
many-
with the dances
Hey,
with the kids these days.
I thought I did. I knew about the Dougie. I thought
No,
that was
this
all I
is the
needed.
boss. They're gonna say like, I don't want to have a hernia. I'm just doing the Boston Bruins Bernia.
Wow. You've
bit of a
changed
stretch.
the
And
name
then
Bit
they'll
of a
all
stretch,
dangle their arms,
Dustin.
just
Once
like
again,
the popular
I-
movie Weekend at Bernie's.
I hate to point this out,
Yep.
but that's pretty much the same melody as the Super Bowl shuffle. You've added a syllable.
Yeah, syllabically, it's completely different.
I will agree with
It's
that.
a very different song. This one, I'm gonna
one
be
could
very
argue
rich.
though that that's
And
not an
sports
improvement.
fans love a dance that's for their team.
Right, it's
That's
true.
okay,
especially
all right.
And
the
that's
team
why I
that
invented
gives a
this
character.
next one. This next one for the next verse. It's the dog pile Gangnam Style.
The what?
The dog pile Gangnam Style.
What's a dog pile?
The kids like everybody jumps on top of one person after they're tackled. They
Oh.
get them
Thing
in
that
a
happens
big,
in football.
Yeah.
big like when there's a fumble, everybody jumps on. There's a big dog pile, and
And-
now
and-
when there's a dog pile, then everyone will go whoop 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 up a Gangnam Style dog pile.
Okay, that was at least a different melody.
No, that's not how the song goes. The song
Oh.
goes like this: I use my wit, I use my guile, I am doing the dog pile Gangnam Style.
Well, you had a
Yes.
clear opening there that you could have used the Psy music.
You could have
I'm
used
just-
the actual Gangnam Style. Which,
But that's copywritten. I've been working in music since the 80s. I came up through the Chicago music scene. We care very much about copyright.
okay, Dusty. Can I call you Dusty?
You can call me whatever you like.
I mean,
Just
somehow.
don't call me late for dinner.
Right. Somehow you've managed. I mean, the stunning creativity you showed and a lack of creativity with that last one.
Hey, come on. Remember, the original Super Bowl shuffle was 6 minutes long. I got a lot of dances left.
Well, what else is going to be
All
in
right,
this?
there's going to be the cast of Friday Night Lights Cat Daddy.
What?
What?
The cast of Friday Night Lights Cat Daddy.
Is Cat Daddy a dance?
The Cat Daddy, yes, it was. It's like you're in the wheelchair and you bend your knees and you're moving your arms back and forth. Very popular in the clubs. If you look at the Cat Daddy YouTube video, there's a very sexy girl in a bikini doing it. Very popular video. And now they're gonna be saying, "When I golf, I use a caddy. I'm doing the cast of Friday Night Lights Cat Daddy."
Jesus Christ.
Right? And then the next verse, they'll be doing the football player fist bump.
Well, that doesn't seem
That's
like
not
a
even-
dance.
a fist bump is not a dance.
Whenever they see a football player, they're gonna pump their fist in the air like a Jersey Shore and saying,
Oh.
I just had to take a dump. Now I'm doing the football player fist bump.
Wow.
I
this
worry
is
that these lyrics are getting progressively.
dumber.
No,
I was
come
gonna
on.
say more dumb, but
Remember, in between each time, there's gonna be a football player who does a little verse about himself.
oh well, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
what-
But
you
not all of these songs are about football.
No. This one is though the third down Dougie. There's your Dougie.
you were
Whenever
waiting
there's
for
a
the
third down, they do the third down Dougie. I don't want to look rich and smuggy, but I'm going to do the third down Dougie.
Smuggy is not a word. Not a word.
Also, I mean, you're talking about third down. You could say something pertinent to the game.
actual game of football.
One would think, but that's not. It's not the creative direction. I'm the creative entity behind
God.
this. Remember, I had the Super Bowl shuffle, which was #1 on the Billboard charts. What have you done?
Honestly, it's good that it's good that Phil is not here because he would be so disappointed by this.
I don't know. I think he would find this very funny.
I don't
I think
know.
he'd really enjoy this.
But I mean, you gotta remember his favorite YouTube video ever is the Super Bowl Shuffle. To
Okay,
see you,
well, look, it ends with a bang, all right? There's one more at the end. It's going to end with
is
a
this
bang.
just another one where you do the
Nope,
same
it's
song
gonna
over
be
again?
Great. It's going to be great.
And then force a rhyme that's just utterly ridiculous?
Nope, in the last verse, it's the Harlem sports team, Harlem Shake.
Harlem sports team, Harlem Shake.
Yep.
There's not a sports team in Harlem. It's
Well,
in
there's-
Manhattan. They don't have space for a stadium.
Yeah.
Harlem
New York
Globetrotters.
City doesn't get earthquakes. I do the Harlem sports team, Harlem Shake.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's terrible.
We
awful.
got a hit on our hands. Look at the hit we've got on our hands.
We really don't. Dusty, is it possible that the reason why you have not worked consistently in the music industry since the Super Bowl Shuffle is because that was the best that you could do and it really wasn't all that good?
Hey, I'm the fridge. They call me
Okay.
William Perry.
It's,
I might be big, but I'm not scary.
That's what he says
Yeah.
in the Super Bowl show.
Yep. Now that's lyrics. I don't want to go to work. I just want to do the touchdown twerk. Do 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 do. My name's Jerry Rice. I'm full of spice. I'm scared of mice. Look at me thrice.
thrice? What thrice?
That means 3 times, Joel.
No, I know what it means, Dusty.
Thank you very much, Dusty.
You're welcome. For you, the listeners of Sports Podcast, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. I personally recommend a wonderful book called The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Joel saw the movie. He said that it was okay. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network. Again, that's audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network for your free audiobook. And now it's time for another Weird Sports! Weird Sports.
One of these days he's going to have a stroke.
Or aneurysm.
Yeah.
Speaking of stroke or aneurysm, this week's weird sport, Hornussen.
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 Is this from Scandinavia?
Hornussen. At first glance, Hornussen appears to be a mixture of golf and baseball, and yet it is much more. It's a typically Swiss sport with their tradition reaching back to the 16th century.
That is some tradition.
Yeah, right? That's an old tradition.
How would one go about combining golf and baseball?
Well, I'll tell you. The battling team, or not battling. Here you go. Let me start from the start. In order to expel spirits, it used to be the custom to hit burning logs down from the mountain and into the valley.
Wait, used to be?
Yeah,
How do you
used to
guys
be.
expel spirits?
I'm still doing burning logs.
I was going to
Am
say.
I not
that's-
with the times?
I prayed in my Lord Jesus Christ.
That sounds like easier than
Yeah,
beating
they
Yeah.
probably
logs
should be
down
doing
from
that instead of
valley.
logs.
The sport of Hornussen is supposed to have originated from this ancient tradition, and the team game played by all ages without there being a basic social structure in place. It's a terrible sentence. Let me move on. How the game is played. The batting team has to hit the neus, which is a disc or a puck, standing on edge, as far as possible into the opponent's area. It looks kind of like a golf fairway.
Yeah.
They have to hit it all the way down there. The defending team has to stop the approaching neus as soon as possible by using a shingle or catchboard. You know how when people are on strike, they have those big things?
Pickets?
Yeah.
Picket
The
sign?
big picket signs?
Yeah.
They look like picket signs. It's like the people in the defending team are out in the middle of this fairway-looking thing with picket signs, trying to throw them in the
Yeah.
air and knock down the puck.
Hey,
so it
hey.
doesn't go further.
Ho, ho. This news has got to go.
That's true. That rhymes. You should write the next Super Bowl shuffle. That was pretty
Yeah.
good. A game has no set length. It takes about 3 to 4 hours to play 2 bouts. The team with the smallest number of penalization points wins, having the smallest number of failed interceptions. In addition to the team's rankings, the Swiss championships and festive occasions also provide a ranking for individual strikers.
So I feel like the team that screws up the least wins. Is that
Yes.
about accurate?
Well, not necessarily screws up because the way that the other person makes it so you don't so that you get a strike against you is by being able to hit it with their sign.
Okay, so it's like
nope. It's not like anything. You're
Nope.
no, it's like if you played golf, but you had a whole bunch of people out like standing in the fairway and in the rough, and you're out if they manage to catch the ball that you hit. It's kind of like that.
Yeah,
but they
except
just have to stop
knock
it.
it
They
down,
just have to
yeah.
knock it down.
Yeah.
And if it lands in the fairway area without anybody knocking it down, then the batter has succeeded.
And do you just get like a point?
No, it's by least number of penalties.
What are
So
How would
do
a
you
batter
knock it
get a
down?
penalty?
If the other people knock it down or it lands out of the fairway area, it's a penalty.
Okay.
Pretty good, huh? The Hornuse. Whoa, I almost choked on Hornuse. The Hornuse, or noose, was originally a disc made out of wood or horn, which was hit into the playing field. There are several interpretations of the meaning of the word Hornuse, and all refer to a hornet-like buzzing sound made by the noose. Measurements taken by the Biomechanical Institute at the ETH Zurich have shown that the Hornuse can reach speeds of up to 85 meters per second, or 306 kilometers per hour.
What?
A cruising altitude of 50 to 70 meters, and a flight range of up to 330 meters. This thing
Meters.
moves.
Yeah.
This thing moves. It's also a betting game.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
When the game of Hornussen started, the losing party had to pay for an afternoon's refreshments after the match.
Oh, see, that's a wholesome kind of fun.
They
way
talking
to-
about booze, y'all. Today, instead bets are taken on the outcome, and they're usually between 50 and 100 francs per game, which is also known as fake money.
Do they still have Swiss francs? Are they not on the
Figured
euro?
they're on the euro.
I don't know.
Might
Maybe
not
this
be.
is an
Those
old-
the
this might be an
Swiss
old
are very
website.
independent.
Yeah, that's to say the least. Bets are also customary when it comes to the game being played on a friendly basis, which is why it's called a betting game. It's also common for individual players of similar skill levels to wager a beer on the number of points gained.
Ooh.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
kind of
not
fun. Just
bad.
a couple of friends wagering a beer.
Yeah, that's a fact. Let's get a little bit deeper into the history, y'all. The sport was probably developed in the 17th century. Probably, who knows? The earliest reference of Hornussen was found in the records of 1625 of the consistory of Lauperswil, Canton Bern, in a complaint about the breaking of the Sabbath.
So I feel like this read something like, day 46, evil spirits still here, found a fun game.
Exactly. What? Okay, in this, I'm getting a little frustrated by this article. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, Hornussen, and it doesn't really explain what the game looks like. So I'm going to explain that to you.
Okay.
So you know in golf, you hit it off a tee.
Yeah.
This one has like a little ramp, right? Where like the puck is wedged on end in between two little like wedge things.
Does it look like a hockey puck?
Looks like a hockey puck standing on edge.
Like a knuckle puck.
Right, like
Yeah.
Mighty Ducks. Quack, 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 quack.
Mighty
quack.
Ducks 2.
Mighty Ducks 3. The best one. Jim Bernstein was the writer.
No, but I mean 2 is where the knuckle puck appears.
Fuck you. So the way Hornussen people hit the puck is they've got like a golf club if it was made out of like a firmer wire. So when they do the backswing, it kind of bends around their neck. And it's way long. It's probably like 4 yards long. At the end, there's like a
stick
little...
they're using to hit it with.
Yeah. It's not... It's like bendy.
It's
like...
an incredibly long...
Yeah, it's very long. At the end, they just have like this hard cylinder that they screw onto it. And they swing it and it wraps around their neck almost. And then when they swing through, it kind of uncurls and hit it. And it's actually going with such force and so much curl that they then have to lift their hand above their head for it to swing a couple more times afterwards.
Lest they get clocked in the face.
Lest
with
they
a
get clogged.
cylinder.
I'm sure somebody is probably choked to death because it's wrapped around their neck or like whacked him in the face.
Totally worth it.
Yeah.
Their
it
last
moves
words
it
would have been,
glossy. And then everybody out in the field, like you can barely see this thing because it's moving so fast and so high up. It looks like everyone's doing like they're all striking because they're like, we don't like playing Hornussen. We don't like playing Hornussen. And then when the puck gets close to them, the people whose head it's going over will throw their sign in the air to try to knock it out.
So you can throw the signs?
Well,
Yep.
it looks like a sign. It's not an actual sign.
No, it's essentially a sign. It's a big sign. There's not. I can't tell
Do
the
they
difference.
write like intimidating slogans on their signs?
No, they put their team logo on it.
Well, that makes more sense.
Still, I think we'd rather have something like your news is not going no newswear.
Yeah, except they don't speak English.
Yeah.
But other than
Puns
that,
are different in other languages.
yeah, they're also not cool. But the people who it comes right at them, they just kind of take the sign and go, "Hey, we'll knock it down," and then they just kind of slap it to the ground.
Is it more often that they get one of the pucks in, or is it more often that it gets slapped down?
It looks like it's more often they get them in. Looks like
They just
that's
fall down.
pretty commonplace.
How many people are out there trying to knock them down?
Like 15. There's a ton of people out there. And then once they're done, then they switch sides.
Does it look like the strategy is more try to hit it past everyone, or is it more, are they trying to like locate it specifically where the people aren't?
I was
Like,
trying to figure this out. From what I can
Are
tell,
they place hitters or power hitters?
from what I can tell, there is no strategy whatsoever.
You're just
hitting
wailing
this-
away.
Yeah.
Huge coily thing.
It looks like they're trying to hit it far.
Yeah.
Like, I think being far, it's your friend to hit it far. So I think they're trying to get it over everyone's head.
Is that also just because they don't have any real control over
No
where it
real
goes?
control, yeah. But there was some big guys hitting it real hard. The Hornussen. And that comes to an end another Weird Sports!
Citizens of Podcast Town, this brings to the close another sports
Sports!
podcast. Before we go, Phil would like to give you our contact information.
You can email us at sportspodcast@gmail.com. That's sportspodcast@gmail.com. You can tweet at us at sports3podcast. That's at sports3podcast. You can find us on Facebook by searching Sports Podcast. It'll top our thingy. You can find us on Stitcher Radio. Download the Stitcher app today at Stitcher.com and search Sports Podcast. You can find us on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/comedypodnet. And while you're there, make sure to check out Phil Ranta playing Tecmo Super Bowl for the NES as the Detroit Lions, and make sure to subscribe. You can find us on iTunes. Go to iTunes and search Sports 3 Space Podcast. That's Sports 3, all one word, Space Podcast. Or you can find all of our back episodes at comedypodcastnetwork.com.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Joel.
I was just in the bathroom, like I always am when Phil's doing that thing that he does, the info.
Yeah.
Plugs.
Yeah, I heard a voice. It said, if you build it, he will come. What do you think that means? And again, I heard it in the bathroom.
Man, I'm going to have to listen to the earlier part of this podcast to find out.
On the off chance that you are currently listening to this part of the podcast and you did not listen to the earlier part of the podcast, you should go back and this will make more sense.
Be kind. Rewind.
Yeah.
I'm going to call security.
Okay, that's probably a good idea. Lights off.
You have received this transmission from the Comedy Podcast Network. For more shows, visit comedypodcastnetwork.com.